Alright, happy Friday, y'all. We are back, and today I found something super interesting. This company, World's Smallest, they do a bunch of things like World's Smallest Uno deck, World's Smallest not RC cards, Hot Wheels cards, World's Smallest Magic 8 Ball. But they also did a World's Smallest Jace vs. Vraska duel deck. So, this is just straight up the Jace vs. Vraska deck, and I'm going to crack it open because it was pretty cheap. You can get them via Jeff Bezos, or I think Target has them as well. Some local game stores might stock it just as a novelty. I've not seen it in mine. It's relatively new, so if they have it, they should have it in stock. As usual, check local game store, then check local big box store, then you can go to Mr. Bezos. Yeah, I'm going to crack this thing open. We're going to browse through it. There's not going to be any surprises. It is just the Jace vs. Chandra duel, not Jace vs. Chandra, the Jace vs. Vraska duel deck. Jace Vraska. Sorry, there's another piece of paper that I want out of this. Collect them all. I think this is just a, yeah, this is just a product thing. Okay, various Uno, G.I. Joes, Turtles, things like that. I actually have the Uno one on the way as well. I won't do a video for that, but it's just something interesting that I found when I found this one. Jason Vraska. Let's open Vraska first. This is the silliest thing to me, but I love it. Little Vraska. I'm going to absolutely, once the state of the world has recovered, I'm going to try to get somebody to play with this with me. I don't know who, and I don't know, like, I'd like to sleeve them, but that's probably not terribly possible. It's also incredibly hard to open. Alright. So if you know the Jace vs. Chandra, why do I keep saying Jace vs. Vraska deck? There's no surprises in here. It's actually kind of hard to hold. But it's just silly. It's just, oh god. Oh, it's so hard to hold. They're so small that you try to hold them. Oh man. Oran Viper. I forgot that was in this deck. Oh god. Oh. It just doesn't want to stay. It just doesn't want to stay in your hand. Acidic Slime. Very good staple. Hey, Tradic Soap. Always nice. Ugh. Look at those tiny guild gates and that tiny rogue's passage. And some tiny swamps. And some tiny forests. How interesting. Lay that out. With Vraska on top. Let's give Jason open. the plastic that covers the cards doesn't have a lot of give on it. Architect of Thought. This is, I was gonna say, this is one of my favorite non-broken Jaces. It's incredibly hard to read. But that's kind of by design, you know? Oh god. The tiniest Dreamstalker. Stealer of Secrets. Oh man, I forgot they put Body Double in this deck. I admit I have done the Body Double brain lagging Body Double Revlark and there's any number of other ones, Karmic Guide combo a few times. And Chronicler. I remember I had a deck, before Commander was really a thing, I played a just casual blue deck, and Aeon Chronicler always did a lot of really good things. Hard to hold. Remand. Classic. It's always interesting to see, like, not art quality, but just the differences of art styles, because this, if I remember correctly, this Memory Lapse art is very, very old versus this Jace, which is 2000... the 2014? Yeah, 2014 is what the copyright date says, so... Oh, God, it's so hard to hold. Many phobias. Tiny, tiny phobias. And a single future sight. Oh, and 2 Halimar Doubts. Nice. And many tiny islands. I think these are all Ravnica islands. I mean, it would make sense. This is essentially set in Ravnica, since it is Jace from Jace and Chandra, both from the second Ravnica block. Yeah, so just something short and silly. These little world's smallest decks. I highly doubt they will ever do any more of these, but I'm enough of a novelty collector that if they do, I will absolutely pick any more up. So, thanks for joining me for this short little excursion. Next week, I have something super cool, so be excited for that, because I sure as heck am. So, thanks a bunch for joining me. Take it easy, y'all.